Is Nissan finally giving us exactly what we want? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner. Now we have some exciting news because Nissan has just unveiled their brand new car lineup that they're going to release over the next year to 2 years, including the all-new 2027 Nissan Rogue Hybrid, also known as the Nissan Xterra in other markets, as well as a sneak peek at a few other exciting products, like the Nissan Xterra, which is very exciting, which we'll get into. But first, we definitely have to start things off with the most important model of all, which is definitely the new Nissan Xterra or Nissan Rogue Hybrid. Now, the good news here is that there are a lot of positives with this new generation model. The most important and significant of which to me is the fact that it no longer uses a CVT transmission. As many know, the CVT has been the absolute bane of Nissan's existence for the past 2 decades, and I'd argue that it's largely responsible for the downfall of the company and all of the problems and loss of sales that it's had for many years now. Premature failures of this transmission over the past 2 decades are well documented, resulting in class action lawsuits, service campaigns, and even extended warranties. So the fact that Nissan has finally put this terrible transmission to rest is probably the best news about the new Nissan Rogue. In fact, the hybrid system that's used in the new Nissan Rogue doesn't even have a transmission at all. This is Nissan's e-Power hybrid system, which works as a series hybrid. It comes standard as all-wheel drive, with one electric motor that powers the front wheels and a second electric motor that powers the back wheels. This results in instantaneous torque and quick, smooth acceleration, just like an electric vehicle. Meanwhile, a gasoline engine under the hood serves as a generator for the battery and motors, which you refuel just like a regular gas-powered car. There is no plug and no charging. So the gasoline engine doesn't actually power the wheels, it's just working as a generator. In some markets, they refer to this type of hybrid system as an extended range electric vehicle, but it is essentially a hybrid, not that different from the one that's used in the Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid, and even to a lesser extent, Honda's hybrid system used on many different models. The good news, in addition to not having a transmission, is that Nissan has been using this e-Power hybrid system for over a decade now in other markets, and this is going to be the 3rd generation of this hybrid design. So Nissan does have a lot of experience with it, which should help with reliability. Now that's the good news. The not so good news is the type of engine that Nissan is going to use. It seems that this hybrid system is going to use a small 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, a similar engine to the one that's used on the current generation Nissan Rogue, which has been having all kinds of serious problems. In fact, the recalls on that engine have been so big that Nissan was forced to add a 10-year extended warranty, and they are still dealing with ongoing engine failures. It is unfortunate that Nissan couldn't just use a simple, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with an Atkinson cycle, just like what you find on a Toyota or Honda hybrid. To me, that would have made more sense and helped instill consumer confidence in the reliability of the product. Now, who knows, there could be an upside to it because this engine is just working as a generator and doesn't actually power the wheels. That might help reduce the stress on the engine, helping to improve its reliability. Nissan has been using this hybrid system around the world for a long time now, and it is very well designed in terms of the way it works. It feels and operates much like an electric vehicle, smooth, quiet, very fuel efficient, and it does work very well. I would expect it to have somewhere around 200 horsepower and fuel economy numbers around 40 miles per gallon or 6 liters per 100 kilometers. But the official numbers will be released sometime in the future. The 2027 Nissan Rogue Hybrid will go on sale in the late fall of 2026. And the hybrid will be the only option available at launch. Now, later in 2027, Nissan will also add a second powertrain option, which will be a regular gas engine, most likely the exact same turbocharged 1.5 three-cylinder engine with the Jatco CVT that's used on the current generation Rogue, which to me is just a complete waste of time, given all the serious problems that drivetrain has. So given the choice between the two, the hybrid is definitely the much safer and better way to go. Now, the all-new Nissan Rogue is not the only new product that Nissan is going to be releasing very soon. They also gave us a glimpse with some teaser images of the upcoming Xterra, which is very exciting. The new Xterra will be a proper body-on-frame SUV, just like its main competitor, the Toyota 4Runner. But unlike the 4Runner, the big news with the Xterra is that it will come standard with a naturally aspirated V6 engine. Hearing that news felt like a breath of fresh air. Most other companies have now moved away from V6 engines, certainly naturally aspirated V6 engines, in favor of smaller displacement, turbocharged four-cylinder engines, which to me is a huge mistake. There is a place for V6 engines, especially on bigger, heavier vehicles like a full-sized or body-on-frame SUV, which is perfectly suited to that application. Nissan already does this with the Frontier, which comes with a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6 engine. And I'm willing to bet that this is the exact same engine that Nissan will use on the Xterra. But this V6 will not just be the only engine option. Nissan is also planning to offer a second powertrain option, which will be a V6 hybrid, which actually sounds pretty interesting. The Xterra should arrive by the end of 2028 as a 2029 model, so there is still quite a wait before it arrives at dealers. Now, why go through all the trouble of offering two different powertrains on the Xterra? Well, the V6 hybrid is not just going to be for that one model. Nissan is also planning to use it on other brand new upcoming vehicles, including brand new Infiniti models. The company is planning to release a new mid-sized SUV and two large SUVs, which will all have hybrid powertrains. Another model that Nissan is planning to release is a sports sedan, which will be called the Skyline. A few teaser images were released for this one too. This new sports sedan will most likely be sold as an Infiniti in North America, possibly the new Q50 sedan. And yes, it will have a V6 engine to deliver proper performance. So it appears that Nissan still has some life left in it. So what all of this news tells us is that Nissan is starting to slowly move in the right direction, and they're finally listening to consumers and giving consumers what they've been asking for. They are finally moving away from the problematic Jatco CVTs, leaving them in the dustbin and moving on, which they should have done a long time ago. They are finally introducing fuel-efficient hybrids to North America, which Nissan has been painfully late to the party with. And they are introducing a new off-road body-on-frame SUV with a V6 engine, a vehicle that should do very well given the popularity of that segment with the Toyota 4Runner, the Toyota Land Cruiser, and others. And the fact that the Xterra will have a V6 should definitely give it an edge in that market. The only part of this whole plan that I'm still not quite convinced of is the comeback of Infiniti. Given the state the company is in, I think it's going to take at least another 5 to 10 years of rebuilding and solid investment in order to bring it back to its former glory, if that's even possible at this point. Time will tell. So let me know what you think of these upcoming products. Would you consider purchasing the new Nissan Rogue Hybrid, the Nissan Xterra? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the hype button. And if you're planning to purchase a vehicle and live in Ontario, know that OMVIC is the vehicle sales regulator responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealers must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.